What's up? What's up, Michael? What's up, Daryl? DP? Solo Trucker, what's up? Solo Trucker. Are you a truck driver? Yeah, I did a little scalp on Suey Veximity. Brian, what's up? Hawk, Brandon the Hawk Hawkins. What's up, my people? How's everybody doing? Oh, man. I got a song, man, I need to send you, Solo Trucker. What's up, Salish in Silicon Valley? All right. Yeah, Trucker, I'm used to be a full-time musician for a little while. I'm a part-time musician now. I got a good truck driving song, man. I need to send you. Hit me on Discord. I'll send it to you. I got you, brother. Charles from Texas. What's going on, people? Everybody doing okay? I wanted to look over some stuff and take a few questions. If anybody had questions, somebody was asking me about Suey. Why I scalped it. I caught this right here. This 469 to 485 move. Now that's not huge, but it's a pop, and it's often why I play it on the spy like that. Soul Dad Zero. All right, man, I'm gonna send it to you, brother. It's a truck driving song, man. What's up, Matt? I see Soulful Day. What is it? SOSOU. LDAD. What's up, Kobe? I don't see you on there, Soul Dad. All right, I'll find you, man. At me in the options chat or something so I can find you. I'll send you that song. How's everybody doing, man? Happy to do it, Matt. Happy to do it. So I think we're I think we're gonna pop a little bit tomorrow. What's the date? When's inauguration, guys? Is it the 20? Okay, Solo. There you are, brother. I got you. I'll send you the song. I think I got a live version of it right now. What's up, Dustin? 20th. Okay. So inauguration's January 20th. Where we at here? It's the 12th. Tomorrow's the 13th, so a week from tomorrow. Yeah, I can. I kind of feel like. Well, let me hit Suey first. Somebody asked me about Suey and the reason that I took Suey a couple hours ago there, and it was just a scalp. And here's the main reason why I play it like this a lot often. Unfortunately, Suey is possible, Brian. I may try to swing something low risk. Something at the money a week out, maybe, the closer we get, so I can get a little better feel of it. So Suey's got, to me, this is the daily. And like I told you, for the past week or so, I caught this big move right here on the daily because we came down. I'm really watching this MACD on the daily. We flipped down. It's got some down pressure right now. That's one reason why the 1 hour oversold pops aren't as good, but they still work for some scalps. Some small. It just depends on position size. Like if I just going in with a few $100, it probably ain't worth it. But if you're going in 5, 6, 7K, I dropped 8 on it, and got this pop on the 1 hour oversold. Let me see. I'm gonna find it right here for you. See this channel we're in? Like, to me, it's a bullish descending channel. And there's some more. We could come on down here to 450-ish, 453. If that breaks, we're coming on down to 440s and then to 430. We kind of got a double top action going on right there. So if we break 450, we come on down towards 430. This is a big volume bar here we could catch. Futures down on SPY. I don't usually swing calls, but yeah, I don't swing options much either, man. I caught this move, and I wanted more, but this right here, 28 on the RSI. It's pretty oversold. Now it's come on down to 20 before on the 1 hour. It could have came on down more. I'm not too sure that we won't pop a little more out of this channel and retest. We basically retested this zone. We could come on back up here towards 5, retest it once more before coming down. I'm really just watching the daily now. The 1 hour, really all I caught on the 1 hour was this pop, and it was these two 1 hour candles. And this was, 470 to almost 490. Something like that. 485. Small move, but if you drop a big position on it, it'll pop, and you can scalp them that way on the 1 hours. Now, on the daily, I'm watching to see if the MACD is going to hold over the zero line of the MACD, which it did this past time when it flattened. I put a little trend bar. See how it flattened right here? It stopped over top of this is the zero line of the MACD. When we came down, it flattened and reversed. That I built a position 3 days right here and took it. I took that one about $4. Caught most of it. I got out about $5, I think $4.90 or $5. It went all the way to $5.30. That was a big move. So I'd love to hold this trend and come, make another run back to the top. It depends on I guess it depends on what Bitcoin does and everything. But there was definitely some indications of bearish divergence. We had a little bit of decreasing buying pressure. There we go. I love setting trend lines on the RSI too. I don't know if y'all ever do that, but you can see descending buying pressure with price going up, but buying pressure going down. It's bearish divergence. So this could be the breakdown we're looking for. I would love if we come down here to 380 to this volume shelf here. I'd love to pick up some at 380 and ride it for the next few months. That'd be great. If anybody remembers, Josh called this back here at 60 cents. And look at it now. It's a huge move. So, we got to be patient with it. Patience pays. We got to wait for it to give us what we want, and then we take our position when we get what we want. So that's kind of my thing on SUI right now. I watch these 1 hours for oversold conditions and try to play the pops up because I'm on Blowfin now, trying to get it funded. It is ridiculous. It is absolutely, utterly ridiculous to fund it and put money in a futures account where I can go short on crypto. That's what I want to be able to do. Right now, I can only go long in Coinbase, and you have to, smaller moves like this, you gotta drop a big chunk to make any money off of it. That's just how it is. Okay. Any questions? So let's look at SPY and let's see. Somebody said futures are down right now. No catalyst tomorrow for the market to be up. I feel you, Parker. The reason I was kind of thinking we maybe get a pop. We've been down in these levels. That's yes. Sorry. Okay. See, we're down on some support here. Let's measure it back to this move. We're kind of at the bottom of this big chunk of volume here. Now, I don't want really if we give back 578 and 577, we could fall hard to 570. So I don't want to give that up. I'm kind of thinking we're on the bottom right here, and we could retest this volume structure right here back towards 584, 585. It's possible. Now, let's look at futures. What did we say? Wall Street be nervous about the PPI. What do you? Dustin, I can't. I have Coinbase, right? So I can't figure out. I bought USDC coin and I just transferred a small amount over to it. Yeah, Dustin, you're right. It wants USDT. And what is that? What do I buy? Do I buy Tether? Do I just type in USDT Tether or what? And then send it over. Like I sent over a little bit of Solana, then I sent over USDC coin, like $25. Just I sent it, and it got over there, but it doesn't. It doesn't want to let me put that into my futures account. Like it shows I have nothing. It shows I have no USDT. It just shows my $25 in my funding, and that's it. I can't figure it out. You send actual crypto from Coinbase to Blowfin, and then sell it in Blowfin to USDT. Okay, so you sold your Solana for USDT. Let me see this here. You might just help me, man. All this, I've just now started getting into the wallets and stuff, and I've got Phantom and Sui wallet. I've figured out how to do those now. You have to see your asset in Blowfin you have to sell it for cash. Okay. So I just go to home. Or spot. Pick Solana. Market price amount. Oh. USDT. Sale. Transfer from funding to spot. Solana. I just got into Blowfin 2 weeks ago. Okay. Let me try that. Oh, man. You might have just helped me here. Sell your soul for cash. Josh gets copy trading away. I don't. Josh was talking about the copy trading on Blowfin. I don't know if he's on it yet or not. Sell soul. So I'm just going to market sell it. Okay, Investing Bros got video on it. Yeah, I noticed Sui. Yeah, it's there's so much daily down pressure on it right now. It just can't pop much. Until that daily slows down, it can't get to taking off. Where's it at? Yeah, I'm still holding. If this RSI doesn't dip lower than the time before, it could turn around and give a big pop. It's been MACD on the 1 hour has been really intertwined here. Spot and futures balance are not transferable, so from spot to futures. Right, Trent. A little bit, Larry. Like I was just watching Suey here some. I've been pretty accurate with it. I had another good trade this evening with it. Um, no, I'm not shorting Suey. I'd like to. I guess you can do that on Blowfin too. So if I go to spot, sell, can you? Yeah, I can show you, Richard. 1 second. Sell, market, amount. Success. Okay. So let's see what's in my wallet now. It still says USDT tether 0. It's a little odd. I ain't going to waste y'all's time on it. Now that you can move that cash into your futures account. Oh, wait, is it in my spot account right now? Overview. Yep, it's in my spot account. So, my God. Transfer from spot to futures. Okay. Overview. Wow, man. Thank you, brother. So now that's in my futures account. Okay. Okay. I think it makes sense. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. A little confusing. I wish Blowfin was like, hey, here's your debit card. You know, put this money on it with your debit card. It doesn't. It don't want to work like that though. It's wild. Okay, thanks, brother. Appreciate that. Thanks, Dustin. Let's look here again one more time at the daily on Suey, guys. So that 1 hour is right back down here at 30 again on the RSI. And you'll see, man, the RSI has it's bull flagged also, you know, same way following this. This is generally a bullish descending channel. So it wouldn't surprise me to break up out of this. We'll see. There's some support here. 450. Yeah, that's what we were saying a minute ago. So 450. How come your RSI shows 2 lines? Evangel, this is on TradingView. And let's see here. I can show this for you. The length is 14. It gives you a signal line to go across, kind of like the MACD does. It gives you that signal line. I want to say the move, yeah. It's like a combination of a moving average, and it gives you a signal line to kind of take positions off of, or to help you start signaling a position. It's more bullish after it crosses over this. And then, of course, you want to be over 50 for bigger bullish moves. I love buying on the RSI when it dips below 30 on a 1 hour. And here's Suey popping back up. Evangel, you got Weeble? Cool. Yeah, Dustin, I'm not going to trade him until I'm with somebody's going to help me a little bit. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, I was told not to go keep your leverage really small. So I want to be really accurate with it when I do it. Thanks, Dustin. Parker, what I will do as far as how quick I'll get out on the 1 hour, I either I get one, I get happy with profits, or two, I want to see continuation over what I would have deemed the latest resistance, which I would have said was right here. And sure enough, that's about where we wicked off of these last highs. So not continuing over that, it was time to get out of the trade. That's the easiest thing I can say. If we continued over, see how I had this channel here, if we continued over this channel, then I would have held in making new highs from the last recent high. It was a good pop on these two. You got two big 1 hour candles here that you drop 10K on that, you scalping a few $100 at a time. Just depends on account size, what you're wanting to go in with. It's a little different, but Parker, I will often do both for that MACD. So on a short time frame, which I trade a lot of 5-minute. My chart's lagging here. Sorry, guys. So, right here was a 5-minute crossover. This did not work. This was a fake out for two reasons. This area here on the SPY on a 5-minute. Now, I wouldn't have been just looking at a 5-minute here, but this was a fake out on the 5-minute because we were crossing the 9 and we were crossing VWAP, and MACD gave us this little cross up here. But even on the 5-minute, we were well below the zero line, so it was even the little bit of a move it got was chump move. It wasn't no buying pressure there. So I'll couple the MACD with the RSI, and if the RSI is in the 30s, unless it's just continuing, it's not going to be a strong move. Now, this day I took this trade down here for one reason and one reason only. We go back on the 1 hour RSI. Look where we were at. We were oversold under 30 on the RSI. So I loved this move right here. Even though on the 5-minute, the MACD wasn't giving us much other than, down here it was starting to point up. It couldn't cross back down, so it was starting to point up even on the 5-minute. This thing took a run on the 5-minute. And then it was time to get out. Somebody was on the live with me that afternoon, and we did scalp a call up here over VWAP right here, and we ran it up. It was like a point and a half we scalped. But even on the 5-minute, they asked why go against the trend here? Why are we not going into calls here? Well, the RSI was at 70 on the 5-minute, so I didn't want to scalp. We're at the top, No confirmation candle, Evangel. Yeah, this was purely a play on the 1 hour wasn't going to be oversold much more. I was very confident in a reversal at that point in the day. The 1 hour RSI is not going to. Sometimes you would have to hold more than a day. It can last a day or two and stay pretty low, but it is going to come off of it. Back here, this RSI got right to 30. Right here. And this was a great move for a call like 3 or 4 days out. Swing it. Just because that RSI was so oversold. Now, we got overbought up here. And I'll put a trend line up there sometimes, guys. Right here. So that's an 80 on the RSI. This was a perfect time for puts a couple days out and swing them, you know. Either way, you could have played puts right up here at the top on the RSI here. Once the trading session got into normal hours. And this was $599.70 down to $594.90. It's a huge move, 4-point move on a put. It didn't have to continue these next several days, but it has. So, that 1 hour overbought and oversold is a really good indicator to use. I'll just say that. Here comes SUI back up. We didn't make new lows on the RSI, I'll say. So we may come back, test the top of this trend and shoot over. We could get rejected again and come back down. Overall, the daily RSI is kind of starting to curve a little bit here. So this could be a short move down on the daily. MACD still flipped and going downward. It could just come down into right in here again and back up. SUI's been very strong ticker in crypto. So I'm looking for a pop tomorrow. We may not get it, but I was kind of checking this out on the with no extended hours. We got a little bit of a downtrend going here, and it looks to me like we're on lows. Plus the you'll see the 1 hour, man, I'm lagging here. Sitting down here, it hit 30, 31 and hopped off of it. We'll see what we get tomorrow. Let's look at futures for a minute. Futures are down. So Friday there's opening. Down a little bit. Charles, how do you pick which contract you want to buy? Charles, it's a good question. Let me show you. So there's a few ways to look at it, Charles. If you are, let me turn extended back on here, guys. And just to give you my levels, 584.50 is our next resistance above. You have a little bit here too. High of the day. So I want to clear these couple of levels here for calls. We start breaking 584.50 if we start getting up there and breaking it. Charles, if I was going to play, let's go look at options here. If I was going to play calls right now for a day trade, We usually buy the first or second strike out of the money. That's for a day trade. If you're going to swing, if you want to swing for a couple of days, like say I want to get rid of this maybe Tuesday or Wednesday, I'd probably buy a Friday contract. And you can go, if you're going to swing, you want to stay a little closer to in the money. I wouldn't go no farther out than 5. They start getting pricey, man. It's 585 at 340. The open interest 15K. If you're going to be holding it a few days, I usually try to buy close to in the money. You can go a little bit further out of the money if it's just like a one-day hold. But when we're day trading, which is what I normally do, we just go a couple of one or two strikes out of the money, and that's it. Okay? Same for puts. If we were going for puts here, I'd probably be looking at 579s, 578s at the most. I don't want to be buying this stuff here for 13, 17 cents. I'm not going to do that. It's too volatile. One dip eats it all up and it's gone. Okay? Man, I hope everybody's had a good weekend. This is my levels for now. If we get, trying to compare, it's really futures is testing these lows right here right now, guys. So if we go back here and look, I got a trend line here. And then I got a line here. That would have been high of the day. If we do session volume profile, there we go. About right there. About right there. So yeah, it's down here testing these lows pretty much. If it holds down in here, like if these lows hold, we're going to pop back up. But now underneath us, that's why I've got that mark 578.50. I would be interested in puts under these levels here, 578.50, 575.30. Those are my puts levels for right now. What's up, Fred? Lost on that last minute call on Friday, but made up for it and then some on puts. Nice. Mike, I don't pay much attention to the Greeks, man. I'll just be straight up with you. I ain't going to BS you. Charles, I don't usually hold it neither. Sometimes I'll swing one, and we got the inauguration coming up. It's tempting. It's awfully tempting. For a day trade, Mike, I don't pay much. I don't think you have to really pay a lot of attention to Greeks. I just stay close to in the money, man. One or two, three strikes out of the money, you're good. Okay, for pre-market structure, what am I measuring? I will often mark the highs and lows. If you go back here to this session, you'll see after hours and pre-market for this day pretty much lines up around the highs of that day. So when I find stuff like that runs in confluence, I'm gonna mark it as resistance. Just a normal pre-market session, I usually will mark the highs of it and the lows. Oftentimes those coincide with morning market structure. Doesn't have to. Sometimes it does. If after hours the day before was staying in the same range, I don't mark it. But I will go back and I will generally mark. You can see like the low of the day here, pretty much here also lines up with the high of the day here. So that's a good level. I'm going to mark. That's why I've got it marked 580, 580 right in there. And then this is the last place we couldn't get over, so I've got it marked. That's going to be first spot of resistance. Now for morning market, like Josh teaches, we take the first 3 candles, 1, 2, 3, and we mark. So I'm going to move this down. We mark the high spot and we mark the lowest spot of the body of these 3 candles, and that's your morning structure. You can see this day broke out a morning structure quick, so if you took puts here, you were golden once you started breaking out a structure. There you go. Brandon's got you, mate. Try to stay around 40 or above delta. There you go. Let's go look at it. So here's your delta. Yep. 0.49, 0.42. So there's your first 2 strikes for your delta. Good call, Brandon Hawk. All right. So there's my levels. I'm gonna post them again in the morning. Pre-market, and after hours, that stuff always changes my levels. So I don't put a whole lot of stock into these right now. Let's go daily. You can see on the volume profile, guys, if we lose this level, we're gonna fall down here pretty fast. So please mark 576.50 could be safe. It caught right here on one time. So anything under this level here, 577, we start falling with some good RSI going to the downside. This puppy's coming down to 570. Pretty easy. Cool. And that's on the daily. All right, guys. So any question? Anybody got another question? Want to do anything? Look at anything? Yeah, Lakulu, it's recorded. It's on YouTube. You can go back and watch it on YouTube. No problem, bud. No problem. I'll start wrapping up here, guys. What was I trying to look at? Oh, here on Discord. Okay. So to me, the daily looking like a head and shoulder for SPY. Yeah, we were kind of in that. It's played out until it breaks this level. Get your shoulder, head, shoulder. That's what I had to start with on this first turn down. Now we got another one just like it. So it's a tough read, man, honestly, for me. I think we're kind of sitting at the bottom right here where support is. That's why I'm anticipating a little bit of a pop tomorrow. But I could be wrong. That's why I day trade it and play it level by level. Okay, can you go over settings for your volume profile? How do you straight? Yeah. Okay. Let's look at the daily. We'll add the true solo trucker. AJJ, I will use a little bit of everything, man. I like the 1 hour and looking over the past 2 weeks. I really like doing that. Finding highs and lows and consolidation. That's how I look at it, man. I go to fixed range volume profile, Richard, right here. I start from where I want to start measuring and go back to where I want to stop. Okay, now we can go to settings here. Here's my row size. I do push extend right. Style. You can change the colors if you want. The width of the box. That changes how you get your volume bars going further out. See how I'm dropping the numbers, and it's so I like getting the biggest. Here would be the POC of this level I've measured. I want that to come out the farthest, and I want to be able to see gaps in between. So you can alter this some. I think I run. There's 120. Now you can make the rows appear smaller. See, it breaks it up a little more for you. Makes the bars smaller. You can play around with it, see what you like, I think 30 was default on it. Rows layout. Ticks per, I don't know what that is for sure. So, and that's how I do that on fixed range. Tego, I do not have Lux Algo anymore. There you go, Richard. I hope that helps you. So I also use let's go back to a 5. I also use session volume profile. I'll take it off and then re-add it for you. I've got it saved, session volume profile. Okay. And I go to settings. I check value area high, value area low, and POC. I change these to, I think, white, and blue. I make the POC blue. Maybe it's vice versa. I can't remember. So you can, whatever you like better. Now, on inputs, you can alter these row sizes also in the value area, but I think 70 is default. You can choose to make these go all the way to the right of the screen, but if you start looking back at other days, they also overlap and run to the far right of your screen. So style, there we go. That's how I do my session. Now, on session volume profile, I like this for ranging days because I will take the high, value area high and value area low and trade in between. I'll do that often on ranging days. Like after 10:30, it's kind of set what it's going to be. You can see this bar here. That's where most of the volume happened. That's the POC. It divides the day out into a range for you. And I like playing like right here, even though we broke value area low, when we came back into it, that was a good signal for me to go long here also. Even though I really went off the RSI on the 1 hour on that trade. AJJ, what time frame do you use to draw? Is that morning market structure you're talking about? We use 5 minute candles for morning market structure. Okay. And I'm not drinking on the job, guys. This is water, so even though it's in a wild looking can, liquid death. What's up, love Gabs? How you, girl? Doing all right? So yeah, Fred, the best way to know when you're scalping or holding fit the bigger score. I usually bail around 30% gain because of the fear of reversal. I understand that, Fred. I hear you, girl. Long day at work. Well, glad you're here with us right now. King, to draw my levels on, at least using 15s. I'll use 1 hours a lot, so I can go back and see the past 2 weeks. Here's 1 hour. Excuse me. 1 hour give you quite a bit of data to look at. I can see, if we like that level, 582.10 down here, it held. So that's probably a little resistance above us, and right here too. I like the 1 hour a lot, man. I do daily sometimes, Ellie. I don't use weekly a whole lot. Yeah, use a stop loss, Fred. Love Cav's got that right. Use your stop loss. If you're not on Weeble, I left a Weeble link, and that's what I'll be mainly teaching on is Weeble, and their stop loss is really good and easy to move on, especially on mobile. I hope I can do a desktop one this week. I just don't use desktop to make my orders with very often. So I'm going to try to do a video on that this week, though. Merv, where is that music? You got the guitar right behind me, brother. So, Fred, if I'm confident in the trade, like this trade here I took the other day, I was confident to hold this. You see this last place before it that came up and peaked, wicked down, and then reversed, right? So when I entered here, it was also really close with the lows of the day, was why I got in, and then the oversold signal on the 1 hour RSI gave me good belief we would pop. So I was confident to hold this at least to VWAP, and if it continued up to this point, because it was previous resistance. So it made sense to me it could get back to there. Now I think I got out at VWAP on this red candle here, but it was 65% move, so I was happy. Ellie, come trade spy with us tomorrow, girl. Come do it. I'm going to go live in the morning and do it with you guys. Hopefully we get a good setup. That's right, Fred. It's okay to take small profits, man. And if you're getting consistent, then you can take 2-3 contracts and leave a runner. And let your runner be, your stop loss be looser with your runner. So, the reason I was that was one reason. When you get into a trade, you need to know why you're getting into a trade, Fred. And when you say why I'm getting into this trade, where can this trade go to? If I've got an idea where it can go to, my idea was at least a VWAP. And sure enough, we did. And then I also thought after that, at least to the last point of resistance, which, I mean, I get right here would have been another point of resistance. That's why we wicked on this candle, lined right up with this. But ultimately this one, because we were pretty oversold, I thought it was going to be a decent move. What's up, King Paul? Yeah, Ellie, sure. So Ellie, I would just describe it like this, if if I'm new, I'm taking low position size, so I'm taking risk off the table, which is what you should be doing if you're new. You would, down here, let's say you had a total of funds that you wanted to use, you could get 3 contracts. When this was called, you could say, okay, I'm gonna take one here, and when it confirms over the 9, I could add the other 2. And the first one I would cut would be the first one I bought with good profits here in the VWAP. And I would say, this is why I use the 9 EMA, just as a trend guide. As long as it's not broke the 9, I don't have to get out, especially if I got this one here. Lakulu, are you watching close? I'm going to show you something, okay? You go to the Discord. Okay. Go to my channel, Spy Lord. And on mobile, on the PC, it says pinned messages. On mobile, let me look. Okay. On mobile, you click my name up there at the top where it says Spy Lord. It's got a little arrow to the right of it. You click Spy Lord, and it'll say members, media, pins, links, files. You can touch pins, and that's where my link is for the Discord. If you want to subscribe under me, you unsubscribe from the Discord and resubscribe with me. That supports me. There's also a video right there that says buy order, stop loss order, and it stays right there. So you can go, yep, it's on mobile. And that will show you how to place an order and how to place your stop loss order. And then you can just, at that point, when your stop loss order is on your chart, you can just grab it and move it up and then confirm. Grab it, move it down, confirm. Okay? Go watch that video. It's on there for you. It's always under that pinned link, and it's always on my YouTube channel too. So, but you don't have to go back to the YouTube and scroll through to find it. You can just go to my channel. If you do it on PC, you just go pinned messages, and it's right here. First one up. Second one's my Discord link to support me. Okay? AJJ, I think that's a great idea. So taking this trade, even though when I go in, I'm looking at the 5, and then I start looking at the 15 and the 1 hour. Okay. Let me go back and look here. Now, when I took it on the 1 hour, we were oversold is why I took it. And this RSI pointed up for me the whole time. Now, I will say this. Why was it not wise to hold this? The MACD was not in confluence with the RSI. This was bought for strictly an oversold pop momentum trade. Now, as this RSI approached 40, yeah, it never got over 40. So once it started reversing, I'm out. And the MACD did not curl up and go with it. Now on the 15, let's look at on the 15. Here was a reason to take it. You got to cross up on the MACD signal lines. And the 15 also pointed upwards on the RSI. So yeah, you got to go start looking at other time frames, higher time frames. Thanks, Ellie. So glad that helps. Ellie, you're welcome, huh? You are welcome. So yeah, AJJ, it's good to you need to, once you take it on a low time frame. Say, I'm happy with taking this here. And the reason I took this was because I've told you the 1 hour RSI right here was oversold. It had to have relief. So I went in on the 5 and I said, let's see how the 15's looking. Let's see how the 30's looking. See, they were all pointing up. But it was a weaker move because we were under the 0 line on the MACD. So it was a weaker move up, but it was a move up nonetheless, okay? King Paul, vitamin C and zinc, okay. Yeah, I'm almost over my sinus infection and stuff. I'm still a little stuffy, but it's getting there. So, love calves. So if the MACD, let's see here, how can I do that? That's a good question. Here was Love Cap's question, guys. So if the MACD isn't curled up in the range below 40, it's time to get out of the trade. Okay. So I like that, especially on a higher time frame. Now, this was a quick move. It took 12:30. About an hour and a half. So there was no reason to stay in this trade past this. For one, like we said a minute ago, this RSI couldn't continue to climb over, even on, yeah, 1 hour, MACD still down, RSI simply just popped off its lows. That's why you can't hold it. This MACD failed to curl up and cross over and continue with the RSI. The RSI failed to make, really, you can see back here, it didn't make new highs either, so it wasn't pressing on. It was a good time to start thinking about getting out. The signal line has to cross below the MACD. Isn't that same confirmation? Yeah, Dustin, if it all depends on time frame, because you go to the 5, this thing crossed above the MACD, right? It's whatever you're playing. I liked it on several time frames, but I also knew at the same time when I was going to the daily RSI was still pointing down, and the MACD has started now crossing under the 0 line. So you got to get confluence from what you're trading. Is the best way to say it. From what time frame you're trading on. This signal cross was bullish on the 15 and good enough for me to get a good scalp with. But you could tell it was a great time to get out on the 5, because the 5 ran all the way up to 72 on the RSI. So it was overbought at that point. It was time to get out. What time am I going live in the morning? Seasoned. Yeah, from different time frames, Dustin. I use it all over the board. 1 hour, 15 minutes, 30 minutes. I'm all the time looking at the MACD on different time frames. So, seasoned, I'll be live at opening bell, maybe 5 or 10 minutes before opening bell, okay? I gotta go. It's 10:40. So, I'll give my rundown right quick, guys. If you go, like we're watching the video, click the YouTube link. Now, if you scroll, where's it at? Right here. To where it's got the description, and you click that. There's my Discord link for Josh's Discord. Here's the tip jars, and here's my Weeble link. If anybody feels inclined to support me, that's how you support me. You can see I'm here a lot. I'm going to be here for you. Anybody that's able to unsubscribe and resubscribe with mine, I greatly appreciate it. It's the same subscription. It's just it benefits me that way. And then here's my Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, and here's my Weeble. So if anybody wants to support me, that's how you can do it. I appreciate it very much. There's been a lot that didn't, and I really appreciate it. That's how I'm making my living now. And I get to be here with you guys every day. So I think I'll wrap it there for today. If anybody's, let's see here. Just Q, looking like tomorrow we will have an aggressive pencil spot. Yeah, Just Q, I'm kind of expecting a little bounce. Whether we get it or not, I don't know, but I'm expecting it. I've learned more about it. Fred, thanks, man. Thank you. That speaks worlds of volume. Thank you, brother. Gonna keep it coming. It's I do these because I like going back and looking at what I missed, and really, there was this first trade, which I was gone to an appointment, but this first trade was an easy trade because it set up perfect for our morning market structure breakout, and it broke under VWAP, under the 9, under structure right here. It was time to go into puts right here, and I think Josh played them with you guys. I watched some of the live, but it was perfect. Thanks, Love Cavs. Anytime, girl. King Paul, the way you unsubscribe is through the WAP app, just like you signed up, WHOP. You go there, unsubscribe, and then use my link and resubscribe, and then I get the benefit that way, man. I appreciate it if you do that. You just go in there and find your account and then cancel subscription or whatever. Oh, sweet, man. Thank you. Thank you very much. You guys know you can add me in the Discord anytime. I'll always do my best to make time to reach back out. I got you, Ellie. I got you. Debbie, thank you. I got in VIP with only 2 spots. Oh my gosh, is it limited? Is the VIP limited? I didn't know that. Well, I'm glad you're here. It's the best Discord out there, guys. I've been in a bunch. This is why I'm here full time, and this is where I'm making my stake at, because Josh is the man. He's been so good to me, and I love doing this with you guys. I love it. I absolutely love it. I get to help people, and I want everybody to make money. I think a good question for everybody to ask yourself is why you're trading. Why are you trading? Are you trading to make extra retirement money? Are you trading to have supplemental income, which is what I used to do? If I could get an extra $500 a month or $1,000 a month, then that helped me out a lot. It's good to know why you're trading, asking yourself that. It's good to know each trade. Why am I getting in this trade? Does it make sense? When somebody asked me the other day, why aren't we getting into calls right here? Well, it don't make sense for me to get calls up here. I want to get calls down here. You got to know why you're doing something. So why are you trading? And money is the answer. But what kind of money are you looking for? You looking to go full time? You looking to I tell people with kind of smaller accounts, which is what I trade. If I can make, man, if you can get good at options and make you extra $1,000, $2,000 a month, and just chunk that towards VOO and SPY, VTI or whatever man, that's going to add a lot to your retirement. Get you out of work earlier and all that good stuff. So ask yourself why you're trading, what you're going to do with it. What are you doing? Full time, Ellie says. Girl, I'd like to see you go full time. Do it. Anything that's worth doing and learning usually takes 3 to 5 years to become proficient at. So, you need to think about that, be able to live with that, and know that it takes time. This takes time. It does. It takes time. So every day you learn a little bit. Every day you see setups coming. The more you see them, the more you're like, oh, I see this pattern. I see, okay, it's holding here. I'm going in long here. It's you start seeing it. I got you, Dustin. That's right, Ty. That's right. I love it, man. So, there's my spiel about supporting me. I appreciate it if anybody does. Everybody's been pretty daggone generous, and I've got a goal of how many people I want to sign up for me, and I'm getting closer to that. So if I can get enough people, I can do this full time and stay with you guys. And I love doing this because obviously I go live a lot for you and do my best. So anybody's got a question, I got hopefully private one-on-one coaching is really soon, really, really soon. So be on the lookout for that. And there's my levels, man. 582.90. I think the bigger one's 584.50 though. Over that, I'm interested in calls. All right. Under 578.50. Looking for puts. We start making new lows. All right, guys. I love you. I appreciate you. Don't forget to check out all my links and stuff, and I'll be with you tomorrow morning. We'll get up and do the daggone thing. All right, Brandon. See you, Hawk. Peace, love. I'm out of here.